Water recycling is increasingly important across the globe. From large metropolitan regions to small rural areas, potable reuse is becoming part of the water security solution. Water360.com.au is a web-based platform to access water recycling research, education and engagement tools. The site contributes extensively to the global knowledge about potable water reuse. The prime focus is to provide resources for water utilities and other bodies considering potable water reuse as an option for augmenting drinking supplies. The site provides the evidence that potable water reuse is successfully and safely occurring all around the world. There are currently 20 sites listed, from Perth to Singapore to Windhoek, Namibia, and projects from the east to west coast of the USA. It is anticipated this number will grow as more countries and a wider number of water utilities and water associations join the Water360 partnership. The site features over 600 videos and documented information from people who have expertise and experience with potable reuse. Water utilities in the UK and national water organisations in South Africa are also reviewing these resources of the Water360 partnership. Australia's first full-scale implementation of a potable reuse project is in Perth. Like the other example locations, a visitor to the site will be able to see full details of the needs and benefits of the Perth scheme. From the demonstration project to the experts in relation to its safety and the extensive community engagement undertaken to gain its acceptance.
Climate change has hit Western Australia, especially the southern part of Western Australia, harder and faster than almost anywhere else on the planet. Over the last 2 decades, the runoff into Perth's dams has been reduced to 1/6 of the 100-year average. This has driven a rethink of our entire water strategy.
If we have a scarcity of water, it's going to affect the lifestyle in Perth significantly. We would have to have sprinkler bans in Perth. Perth's a very green city. That would have a massive impact on the amenity, on playing fields, so on people's personal lives. It would have a big impact if we didn't have water security. On industrial use, it would also put the cost of water up, so you'd have a higher cost of living and a lower amenity.
Like other successful schemes around the world, Watercorps in WA identified the challenges and the solutions.
Now, we realised very early that to recycle water is technically quite straightforward, but that the real problem is community and regulatory acceptance. And that's why we've been on a 10-year journey to educate our customers, our stakeholders and our partners, to develop a regulatory framework that's robust and transferable, and to make sure that every step of the way, every process is tested and reviewed and debated.
The Perth video outlines in detail how Watercorps built a demonstration plant to collect the data necessary to give the regulator confidence in the scheme. The plant was also used to successfully engage the community and confirm their support. The site has further clips about safety, direct comments from the public, and a simple explanation of the science of water treatment. The world's first potable reuse scheme was established in 1968 in Windhoek, Namibia, which has been operating its reuse plant safely for 47 years. One video here details the rigorous monitoring and testing procedures that have continued to provide evidence of safe health outcomes.
Windhoek has got more than 40 years of experience with reclamation, and there was not one outbreak of disease. And I think that's quite a record to have such a long period. But it is based on the principle that they maintain these barriers all the time.
Water360 makes easily accessible the journey to successful potable water reuse at each of these sites on the global map. This site will make a valuable contribution to customer, community and stakeholder knowledge about potable reuse. The research which underpins the site, together with the international resource sharing, will allow the Water360 partnership to make a significant impact on global water security. The research conducted as part of this project can be found under topics such as safe and reliable water, planning, governance and regulation, and engaging with stakeholders. The Educational and Engagement Resources section contains previews of the potable reuse education tools for partners to use and adapt. Online research was conducted with over 1,600 people in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and Perth. After viewing Water 360 education videos, support for augmenting drinking water with recycled water rose from 54% to 78%, and opposition dropped from 24% to just 10%. The full evaluation report is available on the site. Water 360 partners have access to all these resources and can embed the global use map on their own websites. They can host this entertaining 15-minute video about the water cycle and where water reuse could sit as a supply option. Partners can also utilise these 13 short videos that illustrate the science of water treatment. Water 360 partners gain access to key messages from health regulators, toxicologists, microbiologists and other experts with specific answers to frequently asked questions. The extensive library of over 600 film clips can be edited to suit our partners, project and community. There is a series of animations that explore drinking water and options for promoting thinking about water.
Fresh water that humans can actually access is the tiniest fraction of the water available. It's far from evenly distributed, and very little is drinkable without treatment. And if you're attempting to provide for a modern city that's growing in a drought, then that supposedly infinite resource suddenly feels very finite.
The facts may be well known in the water industry, but research shows that recycled water needs to be understood more widely for potable reuse to be accepted by the community. The Water 360 site is in demonstration mode and yet to be officially launched. But if you'd like to find out more about becoming a partner or be notified when the site does go live, please contact the Australian Water Recycling Centre of Excellence.